Hello crafty friends, welcome back to my channel. My name's Kim and you're here at the Pretty Paper Patch. Now today I'm going to be using some more of my love paper. With Love it was the paper pad, and there was 24 sheets. I did do some Valentine's out of it, and now I'm doing Mother's Day. And now I know that some of you, especially if you're watching from the States, you'll be thinking, but it's not Mother's Day yet. Well, it is in the UK. It actually falls on the 15th of March. This year for us, so I need to get on and make a few little gifts to pass on to the two girls that have got grandchildren, that have got my grandchildren. So first things I'm going to make is a little milk carton style box. Now this box actually holds two of these bath bombs, but it also holds these candles, and these candles smell gorgeous and they only cost £1. So we're going to make those. Can be as elaborate or as simple as you want it to be. This is actually a really easy project, so we're going to get on. Now to start with, I did cut the paper to 11 inches there and then 10 inches depth. The scores that we're going to put on it, there's only a few simple ones to do. Just bring this in. We are going to score it at 2.5, 5, 7.5 and 10. Now please bear in mind that is on the 11-inch side. On the 10-inch side, we're going to rotate it now 90 degrees, so on the 10-inch side you will score it at 2.5 and 7.5. Yep, that's right, 7.5. There we go. That's what you're going to get. I'm going to take this away. We don't need that scoreboard again now. Pop that down. I'm just going to fold and burnish all of my lines so that we've got nice crisp lines. Nice folds so they fold in well. Now I have left you with a big flap there. You don't have to actually have it that wide, but that's just personal preference. Not messing about with half a point here and half a point there. Right, now then, we've got it here. This is going to be your bottom of the box. Note the way of the direction of the paper, because don't do what I did last time. Got it all cut and then realised I'd done it all upside down. So we'll start again. Now here, I want to cut out this corner. This corner, I've just dropped glue. I know. I'm going to cut that piece out there. So I'll take my big scissors and I'm just going to cut to the right of that score line, right up to the join, and then a slight angle there just to make it easier. Now as you can see, these score lines here, I just want to cut on either side of that. It'll just give you enough so that when you fold it up you haven't got anything hanging over the edge of the box. So we'll go all of those to the left and to the right of it, and we'll just stop at the adjoining line here, the adjoining score line. If you've got a long pair of scissors like this, you can do it all in one go. It's nice and easy. And as you can see, look, there you go. It gives you a little sliver to cut out. It just makes it so that you don't have extra bits hanging over the edge of your box. You know when you want that really nice, neat finish? It just makes for a better box, I think. Right. Gives you that gap that, oh look, you can tell I didn't do that very good. Out with the little blade, and I'm just going to chop that bit off. 1, 2 and 3. When I get hold of it, that is. There we go. 3. On to the next bit. Now when you come to fold it, you have to decide which is the back and which is the front. That's going to fold there. Now that seam wants to go to the back, like that. So this will then become the front. You need to remember that it's the second one along. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a window in there. Now, a long time ago I saw somebody do this on YouTube. It was in fact the Posh Paper Lady. And she used a piece of chipboard like this. Instead of having to mess about putting it through a cutting machine and dies and all that lot, she did this, and all she did was she stuck this on with a bit of glue, a bit of tape, whatever, to find out where her window was, Ooh, that's stuck down a bit too soon. I'm just going to guesstimate it there. That looks good to me. And all she did was she took her knife and went around the chipboard. It gave her a lovely window at the exact size that you want. And I'll tell you what, if you're batch making these and you're making a lot of them, this makes for a really quick way to get those windows in there. I mean, obviously, if you want in a different shape, then by all means, get your tools out and use them. That's what they're for. There you go. Now we've got a window. So we need to flip it over and put some acetate in, which is so clear and wonderful I can't see it. There we go. I'm only joking. I just need to trim off a little bit. I've made it just a tiny bit too wide. Now you can glue this down with whatever you want. I am actually going to use my ordinary wet glue because that usually does a good enough job. If I can find it. No, I can't. Unbelievable. Or you can use double-sided tape. I've got a bit of that here as well. Tell you what, we'll just go around with a little bit of double-sided tape. This is possibly too wide, but we'll soon find out. Tell you what other tape I do like for this sort of thing is the red liner tape, because it is super sticky and it holds really well. And I've just seen where I put my wet glue. Oh my word, honestly, I'm just having such a day. I've actually left it over here, sat like that in a tub, so that it was right at the end of the, you know, I'm not having to shake it down sort of thing. Never mind, we've got this on now, this will do the job. Just get those edges up. I would normally just peel it off one at a bit, a little bit at a time. It's late in the day. All I can say is it's late in the day. There we go. Position that on top, and we've got that stuck down nicely. A little bit of excess tape there. Let's just rub that off. There we go. Got that excess tape off. Now we're going to glue this side down with the glue this time. Oh, does anybody else have days like this where they just can't think straight? Maybe it's because I stayed in bed a bit later this morning. My husband, bless him, got up to take my dad shopping for me. I normally do it, and it's my husband was awake, so he said, "Oh, you stay in bed, sweetheart." Oh, this is going to cost me into the summer he wants. But anyway, back to this. So we've got it all glued up. It looks like there's a lot probably, but there really isn't. It's really thin. A thin tip, so not a lot comes out at once. Just press that together. Good burnish down. Believe it or not, your box is almost done. Now onto the bottom. These two sides, I am just going to take a tiny little bit off, just so that there's not as much to fold in. You don't want too much bulk, really. Not if you can help it. Let's get my glue. Let's stick a pin in it, because he just doesn't seem to want to play right now for some reason. There we go. It is rather annoying. Oh. Let's just go onto the tape gun. It's easy. There we go. Stick that down. Then we'll bring the back one forward first. So we're just going to stick some tape adhesive on this for now. Simply because I don't know why my glue isn't working. I'd left it sat upside down so that the glue would be in the end of the tape, so I'd be less likely to get blocked up, but you know, all the best laid plans, folks, all the best laid plans. I mean, this will do the job for what's going into it. It's not a big problem. There we go. That's your box done. All you have to do now is, because you've already scored this line here, is just squeeze them ends in, and it will form your milk carton. It's squeeze your sides in a little bit. There you go. Nice little milk carton. And what we will do is when we've put something inside it, we will put this, a piece of extra card over the top and glue it down, just to seal it all up. So, now then, because of the size of this, it's just ever so fractionally smaller than this candle that I've got. So I will have to make a bigger size, you can see what I mean? But we have got bath bombs for this one. So the two girlies are getting some bath bombs and they're getting a candle, you know. We like to try and spoil them a little bit. I'm just going to put a little bit of, no I'm not. This piece will measure 1.5 by 2.5. And this is going to go over the top of the box. 1.5. And we will score it at 3/4. Ooh, I think I've almost, ooh, I did as well. That's not good. I actually tore it completely by mistake. Oh, we'll use this one. This one will be fine. It's, yep, it's wide enough, so we're okay. We're going to go 2.5 by 1.5. We'll score it at 3/4. And just to be on the safe side, I'm just going to go like that with my bone folder and score it that way. So we've got a little topper. I'm going to get some glue on that side. I don't like milk glue gun, but for some reason when it gets so far down it doesn't want to stick, come through, it doesn't want to work properly. It really frustrates me. I did order a new one quite recently, but that's having to go back because it's faulty. And for the price that it was costing, it's definitely not staying in my stash. There we go. I'm just going to push that over and glue that down. And there you go. That's your box made and it's fastened. I could, if I wanted to, put a bit of extra hot glue in there, just to pinch it all together a little bit more, I suppose. Like so. Just give it a minute so that it's dry. Same at the other side. Now there is a little bit of extra room in these. I thought these were bigger bath bombs, to be honest. I thought they were a 2-inch bath bomb, but they must only be about 1.5 inches. That's that. And then all I'd do to decorate it in this case is I'm just going to put a little flower on there. I'm not going mad with it because they're only going to pull it apart anyway. I'm going to rip it apart and use the bath bombs. The packaging is a one and done as such. I've got a little flower, pop that on there. What a cute little gift, look. I'd be quite happy with it, I know that. I'd be quite happy with a lot of things though, to be honest. I'm actually thinking I might make a set of these and put the candles in. I've got some other little gifts for them, and I might fill one up with some sweets like the Lindors or something. I don't know, but that's a really nice, quick and easy gift, and it's not taken too long whatsoever. I hope you liked it. I hope you try it. And if you did like watching, then please hit the like button and subscribe, and I will see you next time. Bye for now.